So I was scrolling through Forbes the other day, the billionaire list, and I saw Elon Musk is worth like $200 billion again. And my first thought was, okay, that's ridiculous. But then I started wondering, is that actually historically ridiculous? Like, if we put Musk in a room with the richest people who ever actually lived, like ever, would he even make the top 10? Spoiler alert, he wouldn't make the top 50. And the people at the top, you've probably never heard of them. Or if you have no idea how rich they actually were. Let me fix that. Okay, so number 3, you actually might know this guy. John D. Rockefeller. Standard Oil. The monopoly guy from your history textbook. But here's what they don't teach you. In 1913, Rockefeller was worth about $900 million. Which sounds cute now, right? Like, Musk loses that in a Twitter acquisition and nobody blinks. But adjusted properly, and I mean properly, as a percentage of the entire US economy, Rockefeller's peak wealth was somewhere between $340 and $600 billion. Some estimates go higher. Let me put that in perspective for you. At his peak, Rockefeller controlled 1.5% of the entire American economy. Personally, if you owned 1.5% of America today, you'd basically be a small government. And here's the wildest part. He got that rich selling oil. Not tech, not magic, not something new. He just did it better and more ruthlessly than anyone else. Vertical integration, crushing competitors, owning everything from the well to the gas station. Oh, and he lived to 97, so he got to enjoy it for a while. Number 2 is where it gets weird, because this guy was so rich that we don't actually know how rich he was. We just know everyone else was broke compared to him. Augustus Caesar, first emperor of Rome, the guy who turned the Republic into an empire and accidentally invented the concept of I own everything. See, when Augustus took over Egypt, which was basically the breadbasket of the ancient world, he didn't just conquer it, he personally owned it. The entire province, the grain, the gold mines, the temples, all of it went into his personal checking account. Some economists have tried to put a number on this. They came up with $4.6 trillion, that's not a real number. That's a we gave up and multiplied everything by inflation number. But here's why I think he deserves spot number 2, not number 1. It's genuinely hard to tell where Roman Empire ended and Augustus's personal stuff began. Like, was he rich or was he just the government? And that matters because the richest person ever, there was absolutely no confusion about what was his. Everyone knew, and it broke their brains. Mansa Musa, Emperor of Mali, 14th century. And I need you to understand something. When I say richest person in history, I don't mean he had a lot of money for his time. I mean, we cannot process how much money this man had. Half the world's gold, half of it, personally owned in the 1300s, when gold was literally the only currency that mattered everywhere on Earth. But okay, numbers are hard. Let me tell you a story. In 1324, Mansa Musa decided to go on pilgrimage to Mecca, which is fine, Muslim rulers did that, but he didn't just go, he brought a parade. 60,000 people, 12,000 slaves, and here's my favorite part, 80 camels, each carrying 300 pounds of gold, just gold, on camels, walking across the Sahara. He spent so much money in Cairo, just giving it away, buying things, being generous, that he crashed the gold market for 10 years. The price of gold in the Mediterranean didn't recover for a decade because this one guy spent too much in one city. And here's the thing, he wasn't even trying to flex. This was just his normal. This was what he thought pilgrimage looked like. When you're that rich, you don't have a concept of too much. And he built universities and libraries and mosques everywhere he went. Some of them are still standing. So if you're looking for a billionaire who actually spent money on public goods, Mansa Musa might be the best example we've got. So yeah, Elon's 200 billion, Jeff Bezos, they're not even in the conversation. Not really. And I think there's something kind of comforting about that. We think we live in an age of unprecedented wealth inequality. And we do. It's bad. But there was a guy who literally carried half the world's gold on camels. There was a guy who personally owned 1.5% of America. There was a guy who was the Roman economy. Rich has always been weird. Rich has always been too much. And honestly, we've probably already seen the richest human who'll ever live. We just didn't have cameras to capture it properly. Anyway,